you very much for taking time out to be with us today.
My pleasure.
My first question is, how important do you think platforms and events like this are for learning and exchange of ideas among participants?
So this event in particular and the similar events are important for us to understand each other among government partners, international financial institutions, and us who came from the United Nations system on evaluation. Let me explain. In the UN, we talk a lot about Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals. And for that, we approach the evaluation from more on the development effectiveness point of view. That development includes all the social implications, environmental implications, and prosperity of the people. When I come to these meetings, the governments are focusing more on the performance management, KPIs and DAC criteria, and so on. And for UN, because Agenda 2030 enunciates more clearly that UN has a more supportive role to the governments and the people of the country for their development, we have to see the development in a similar manner and approach the evaluation through the evaluation assessment and understanding of the national systems. But we are not there yet. We have to continue communicating to each other and understanding each other so that we can conduct evaluations on the same platform and the frameworks, so that we can really look at the development effectiveness, not just but only UN interventions and the support, but how it has affected the government policies, public investment, and the private investment of the people.
Right. So the SDGs immediately give all the various partners a common goal to work towards. How can we develop better synergies to reach that goal?
Well, for the evaluation platforms, I think when we talk about the performance management, we tend to look at one sector, one intervention, one policy. In the Sustainable Development Goals, there's more recognition of the interfacing factors. So you have certain projects or programs or policies. What is the social impact of that? What is the environmental implication of those interventions? And what are the economic interventions, not only in terms of economic growth, but for no one left behind?
That's right. The theme for 2019 Asian Evaluation Week is quality evaluation. It's not just evaluation anymore. And we heard one or two participants, including the Director General of IAD, saying that if the evaluation is not of the highest quality, it's as good as no evaluation. So I'd like to hear your comments on that as well.
Well, the quality is one of the things that is that we are always challenging. We want to improve the quality. To do that, we have to have better and more in-depth methodologies. And the methodology is driven by evaluation questions. So you may have that criteria and effectiveness impact, but what does it mean? How you can actually collect the evidences and conduct evaluations to prove more robust way some development interventions are effective, or what are the interfacing factors among different sectors. So to investigate those and answer those questions, we have to establish a good framework of evaluation questions, and the methodology starts from here. Then we examine, to answer each question, what are the best methodologies we can do, and then coming back to the findings from the evaluations, are these robust conclusions from what we have found.
Right. And in the end, can you tell us briefly about your session today?
Well, today I'm talking about evaluating national level goals and policies in a complex reality. We talked a lot about the complexity of evaluations, because we are working on an interfacing world in which I'm working on agriculture, but agriculture is intrinsically linked to economy, environment, social structures, and all these kind of factors. So when we take into account various factors at work on agriculture development, we have to think about the real complex world. The real world is complex. So how do we set up our evaluation framework to assess our effectiveness on that?
Fantastic. Thank you very much for talking
Thank you.
to us.